You are listening to the Children of Film podcast.
We're a 1.5 hour long dick joke.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Children of Film podcast. As promised, 2-week gap between podcasts unless I take a while to edit this. And there's a good chance of that. How are you going, Jaron?
3. Yeah, no, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Not a lot's changed in the last couple of weeks. It's just, life exists and we've finally got a bit of time to do one. I've been seeing a lot of films. I counted it. I've gone to the cinema 54 times this year, and I think over half of those are just rewatching shit I've already seen.
54 times already?
Yeah,
that is
no,
insane.
I counted. And, dude, that includes, like, Shape of Water 7 times, 3 Billboards 5 times.
So it's like $540. You've just gone.
I get a lot of freebies
popcorn
in there. And, mostly $10 tickets. Had some... Well, I got 4...
I took into account the $10.
Yeah, I got like, I've probably had at least...
Jesus fuck.
8... Probably had at least 8 free ones, so I'll take that.
Jesus.
Yeah, but no, so it's been good. Oh, dude, just like considering I've lived in the country my whole life with no cinemas with a shitty cinema near me, I think since it's the first time I'm really living somewhere where I have access to cinemas all the time, I'm just going nuts. Like, I'm super excited about it. It's probably going to taper off eventually, and I think I'm going to struggle this week because we got a lot of stuff coming out this week. We got Blockers, A Wrinkle in Time, Love, Simon, which we've already seen, but we'll talk about. Ready Player One, The Other Side of Hope, which I'm probably not going to watch, but it's on there. Death of Stalin, which I've already seen twice, but it's really good. Yeah, I don't know if I missed anything. Peter Rabbit's kicking around at the moment. Yeah, Early Man. I forgot about that. Early Man,
yeah.
I don't know.
Sherlock Gnomes.
Mary Magdalene's kicking around. I don't know if I'll watch that. My uncle told me to review it, so maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. All right. So yeah, this could be an interesting podcast. Jaron's had a few beers. We've both had a pretty terrible day. For those Australian listeners, AFL football, neither of us had a great time today. Jaron probably a little better, but
still not great. A loss is a loss is a loss.
If you follow AFL, I go for the Western Bulldogs. So if you that should tell you that I'm not having a great time.
And the Eagles just lost at our brand new home ground, very first game because of fucking Buddy Franklin.
If you take one thing away from this podcast today, it's that Toby Green is a little rat cunt, but he's so damn good.
Yeah, he is so good. Let's talk about some movies.
If my audio is flaky or all over the place today, it's because my mic stand broke and I'm holding it the whole time. So yeah,
excellent.
Diary Display. Let's get Jaron. You want to get us started? What have you been watching in the last week or so?
All right. So I watched a couple new 2017 films. I watched Annihilation, which I fucking loved.
I too watched Annihilation. So what'd you think of it?
It's my favorite movie of the year so far. I honestly loved it so much. I loved all the characters. I love how every character had an individual arc and what... I don't want to spoil... It's hard to talk about it without spoiling
very, very
but
tricky.
The outcome of their characters are so consequential to who they are and their arc and what they've been through, and it all just... It's just closure, and I just loved it.
My internet can't handle HD streaming, so I used all my phone data for the month to watch it, and it was worth it. It was really cool. It's not my favorite of the year so far, but it has a lot of moments that left my jaw on the floor and some visuals that are like nothing I've ever seen. It just didn't fully satisfy me. It didn't leave me with a lot to think about or chew on, which is why I couldn't quite go super high with it.
I'm still thinking about
it.
But
I'm thinking about it sort of on an aesthetic level, but story-wise, it didn't really give me anything to grasp onto. Like, I ended it and I'm like, okay, so that's where we're at, and all right, cool. It's not like something... Yeah, it's not like some of these, even like stuff like Ex Machina is really, really left me like, fuck, what would you do in that situation? But that's not
opposite.
That's not to say like
the ramifications, what the characters went through, putting dots together in my head. I was still doing that for weeks after. I was the complete opposite.
It's hard to tell you what I mean without spoiling it, so I guess we'll just leave it at that. But no, I loved Annihilation. It was awesome.
Yeah, I've been following a dude on Letterboxd, and he's in the first week it came out, he watched it 8 times, and he was bringing a different reading out of it each time because he loved it. And yeah,
I'll watch it again as soon as I get better internet.
Yeah, I watched 12 Strong in the cinema, and it wasn't very good.
Nah, yeah, same, ditto. It had some cool explosions in Michael Shannon, but that's about it.
I rewatched Ant-Man, and it's so damn fun. I love it. Michael Pena steals the show, and it's a show that Paul Rudd is in. So I watched Due Date by Todd Phillips with Robert Downey Jr., and it's not that good. It's pretty crap, actually. I watched The King of Comedy by Martin Scorsese with Robert De Niro, and it's fucking awesome. The last 10 minutes, that last monologue is heartbreaking and also so funny. Like, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant ass screenplay. I watched Tomb Raider, and I didn't really like it.
Same.
It was fine. It was whatever.
I had a good time with it. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Would have given it high, except I really hated the bullshit sequel bait ending. It was like, oh my god, what a twist! But I'm like, no, I don't give a shit about this character in the first place. Why would I care about this fucking twist?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Also, don't put Nick Frost in a movie and give him only 2 scenes. Fuck you, Raw Uthag.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
I enjoyed it though. I had a good time.
I rewatched Captain America: Civil War and Logan, 2 of my favorite superhero movies of all time, because they're just the best. It was over my birthday, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch some of my favorite movies here, and it was awesome. I then on my birthday also bought a bunch of new Blu-rays, and one of them was Life. I rewatched that Jake Gyllenhaal movie because I was like, yeah, I need me some Jake Gyllenhaal, and I've only seen Life a couple times, so I rewatched that. I loved it. It's so good, so underrated. I also watched Paddington 2, which I bought on Blu-ray over my birthday, and I fucking love that so much too. I showed my girlfriend Paddington 2, and we both cried together. It's amazing, dude. I think she cried like 4 or 5 times, dude. It was every time.
As Jaron said in his Letterboxd review while he was drunk, Paddington is cut, but not Sully. Jacob anger recras only.
What does it say that?
Because I remember you posted in our chat, Paddington is so cute, and then I posted a gif of Sally saying she was cute too, because you know me, and I think you kept getting angry at that, and that was your review. You were like, Sully is not anger recras only, Jacob. You didn't see that review?
No, I don't.
Cool. It's not as good as his night before review, where it was just like the mice net is sad and Michael Shannon or something,
and the ON was bolded. Yeah, I think I had a 6-pack of Corona, and I was just.
How many have you had tonight? 5?
Yeah, 5. But
have another one before the podcast ends, and see if you can pull out some more insights.
Yeah, all right.
For us.
I'll finish my diary display, and then you start talking. I'll go crack open a beer. I rewatched Iron Man 2, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I did, to be honest. Every time I think about it, I'm like, Iron Man 2, you know,
I definitely got to watch that again.
Don't really remember what happens. It's kind of boring, you know. But I rewatched it, and I really like it. Sam Rockwell is fucking so good in it. Tony Stark's just such a good character, and I like the villain, even though apparently a lot of Mickey Rourke's backstory was cut out, so he's just kind of a cookie-cutter villain with some cool whips. But, you know, he's alright. I watched Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping, one of my favourite comedies of the other year. So fucking funny. So
out of
good.
a possible 4 stars, they have given it the shit emoji.
Which, it must be a mistake. Just let me know. From the way they're talking about it, it seems like the appropriate grade to give it. I watched
Conquest a Triumph. This is from The Onion. So let's call it mixed.
Mixed reviews. I watched Love, Simon.
Same.
Love, Simon was fucking real good, really good. Quite liked it. Gets a wide release next week. I watched Game Over Man. Not good at all. I did not like it.
I'll have to check that one out.
It doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have any laughs. Like, I didn't laugh the whole time.
Is that with Adam Devine?
Yeah, it has
He good?
It has the whole Workaholics crew. Yeah, the performances are alright.
I like him. I really like that dude.
There's a 5-minute scene where he has his dick out the whole time, which is pretty funny.
His actual dick?
Yeah.
Fucking
and it's
hell.
pretty impressive, to be honest.
Alright, that's going to the top of the list.
Pretty impressive, yeah. And then last night I rewatched Ex Machina because I couldn't stop thinking about Annihilation.
Nice.
And I wanted some more, and my girlfriend didn't want to watch Annihilation again, so I was like, let's watch Ex Machina. And Jacob, all I have to say about Ex Machina is I want one. For research, of course, but I want one.
Fucking unreal. Fucking love that line. Oscar Isaac's so good in that.
Fucking unreal, yeah. It's the only thing he has to say. All right, you keep talking about your diary display. I'm going to go get a beer.
He's like, oh, I'm dead, but at the same time he's impressed. Like, holy shit, I created something that could fucking do that.
Unreal,
awesome.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, everyone.
All right, are you going to get a beer? So I'm just talking to myself here.
Yeah, I'll be right
I'm
back.
talking to myself and our 33 listeners.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, while Jaren's gone, can I just say I'm fucking sick of this guy's bullshit. Like, he just does not know what he's talking about when it comes to film, and I feel like I'm really carrying him on this podcast. And yeah, I mean, like, I know we're hanging on by a thread, and I know you're all here for me, but you know, he's a good guy and he tries, and you know, I've been really just trying to mentor the fella, and he's a good kid. Yeah. So anyway, my diary display. I've just been rewatching a bunch of shit this week. I've been trying to get on a big Guillermo del Toro kick. Rewatch Crimson Peak, first time since theater, and I really liked it a lot more this time. Though, I mean, it's a shame that the lead character is nowhere near as interesting as Tom Hiddleston or Jessica Chastain, but she's still not a bad character in her own right. And the movie's just a visual, like, it's brilliant, and Hiddleston and Chastain are amazing in it. And my dad was in town, so I took him to see a bunch of movies that I had already seen, but I wanted to share them with him. So it was rewatched I, Tonya, which I love, one of my favorites of the year. Rewatched Three Billboards, which I love, one of my favorites of the year. Rewatched Paddington 2, which I love, one of my favorites of the year. Jaren's Drunk Review didn't impress me too much, but I freaking love that movie, dude. It just gives me such a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It makes me feel good about humanity. And Jaren is right. Paddington is very cut.
Oh, you talking shit?
Paddington 2. No, I said Paddington is very cut because I'm on Paddington 2.
He is cut.
He is cut.
All right, I've just opened
Sally is
beer.
also cut, all right?
Okay.
Fucking, yeah, that's what I thought.
Right, I'm going to take a Snapchat and send it to you as confirmation.
Right on. I rewatched The Death of Stalin, which I've seen twice now. I saw it a few months ago, and it's awesome. Like, I really love it. It's so funny. Everyone is on the top of their game. Standouts probably Steve Buscemi and Simon Russell Beale, and really, really funny movie. Saw Game Night for the 4th time because I took my dad to see that. I've talked about that enough. You know, I love Game Night. I'm sorry, awesome. I just rewatch a bunch of shit. Like, I have not watched a lot of new shit lately.
But he hasn't rewatched Black Panther.
I might do. It'll probably be around for ages. I watched Love, Simon, which I loved. Love, Simon.
Yeah.
I think, like Black Panther, I think it's a really culturally important movie, and I think it's going to change some people's lives. You know, imagine you're a fucking 13-year-old gay kid and you watch this movie. Like, it's your story being told on screen. And I know it's not the first movie to tell a gay story ever, but it's one of the first studio movies to really tell not just a coming out story, but he gets to have his own fucking romance too.
See, what I love,
really cool.
Yeah, what I love is that whenever you see a high school movie, there's always a gay character, but their character is that they're gay. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Their whole character is that they're the gay guy. And I love this because Simon is just a dude, you know? He's not some cartoony guy. He's not defined by his love. Really, this is just a story about someone looking for love, and he happens to be gay. And it's someone going through this.
Yeah, there's just a lot of complicated sort of dynamics there. The whole thing with his friendship and like I won't go into it. There's a character called Martin who sort of complicates things a lot. And but no, I really love that movie. Nick Robinson is great in it. Probably my favorite of the year so far. And my only issue with it really is Tony Hale's character. I did not think he worked.
I love Tony Hale.
He
is so good in Arrested Development, but his character was just. Yeah, I walked out of it the same. I was like, his character seems like he's in a different movie. He seems like he's in a like a slapstick kind of ridiculous. He just does stuff that you can't do. You kind of
you kind of like him at times, but like I think the movie wants you to think he's funny and charming, but he's kind of a dick. Like, he says some pretty...
He's like a homophobe, really.
He
like a
says some kind of hurtful things towards the end, but the movie kind of shows it in a real playful way. So I'm like, am I supposed to like this guy or not? I'm not sure, but... if that's really the only issue.
Although it is balanced out because the other teacher, the drama teacher, is
a lad.
Awesome. She is hilarious. She was great.
Fucking takes a student's beatbox. I'm keeping this. I'm going to sell it. Get my tubes tied.
She calls them virgins and shit. What a beast.
Fucking virgins.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like. I rewatched the original Pacific Rim, and I fucking love that movie, dude. I mean, I've always loved it, but I loved it on a whole nother level this time. Put it up to a bloody 4.5 stars out of 5, lads. I just, like... As soon as the fucking score started playing, like, I just started feeling all like happy inside, and I'm like, yeah, this is like, it's comforting, and I love everything. I love all the characters. I love Raleigh. I love Stack of Pentecost, Marco Mori, the Aussie guys, despite their accents being borderline acts of treason. I love their characters. Despite Charlie Hunnam's terrible American accent, I love his character, and I don't find it.
I think it's charming, to be honest. Whenever he
exactly.
tries an American
That's
accent,
the thing.
I'm like,
I don't find
cute.
it bad or annoying at all. I find it charming. I love the.
I have just
I love the character of Riley because he's not your typical sort of macho protagonist. He's a big, like, hunky man who gets into fights and stuff. But really, his whole role in the film is he's actually very smart, very rational. He calms people down. And his whole role is to sort of support Marco through her emotional turmoil and stuff and trying to become a pilot. He's actually a really fucking good character. And he was not done justice due to the sequel, which I watched after Pacific Rim Uprising. Biggest disappointment of the year so far.
I just want to say, I think Charlie Hunnam is fucking so good in King Arthur: Legend of the Sword, and I think people give him too much shit for that.
I like that movie.
I think he was fucking awesome in it. All right,
big fan of
Anything
Charlie
else?
Hunnam. Hey, I wasn't done. I was just let me talk shit about Uprising for a bit. Fucking,
I haven't seen it. Go easy.
Oh yeah, no, I won't spoil anything. And a lot of my issues are spoilers, so that's a problem. But what I will say is, it is not Pacific Rim. It's Transformers. It is, it was a dumb choice to have all the action take place in the day. Some of it looks cool, but, you really notice the effects a bit more, and it's dumb. There's so many dumb jokes. Like, there's a part where a Jaeger puts a finger up at someone, and I'm like, that's very Transformers. And, like, they reference a really fucking old meme. Nice. None of the new characters were interesting. Boyega was good. Scott Eastwood's a wet blanket, but Boyega was good despite his character. All right, there's key differences between his character and the protagonist from the first one that separate them from being good and bad. I did not really like his character, but I thought he gave a pretty good performance. And only person who can really hold their head high after this one is Bern Gorman. He's the only one who still really feels like he is in Pacific Rim. Herman Gottlieb. His character is kind of really what sort of kept me interested in the movie, because everything else just did not feel like Pacific Rim at all. And I love Charlie Day, did not like him in this. I wouldn't say it's his fault, but yeah.
That sucks, because I love Charlie Day.
Oh, I love Charlie Day, man. But I did not like him in this.
I heard that I saw someone say that their favorite actor is Charlie Day, and they felt like Charlie Day got fisted in this movie. That apparently the director fisted him.
You're not wrong, yeah. You don't know what happens with his character, do you?
Yeah. Nah, no idea.
But no, Pacific Rim, very big disappointment. Very sorely missing Guillermo. And I watched Donnie Darko on the big screen. There's a screening for it around the corner from me. It was amazing to watch. Loved it. One of the most stylish movies of all time. Seeing young daddy Jake Gyllenhaal just on the big screen, being a fucking legend. Why don't you go suck a fuck, you cuck?
Does one suck a fuck, Jake?
The whole Smurf monologue is killer. I love the bit where he's like at the podium asking questions to the Patrick Swayze, and he's like, yeah, sure, I am confused and I'm very scared and I'm very angry, but I think you're the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, but I think you're the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, and then I watched Love, Simon again for the second time.
Someone's beating you up? Go on, take a karate lesson. Next time they do it, punch him in the dick.
Hey, I took my mum to see Love, Simon so I could finally come out to her as gay.
Ah, nice.
Didn't go through with it, but I'll do it one day.
Maybe one time. One day you'll come out as gay.
Yes. But no, go see Love, Simon if you haven't. It's out this Thursday. Do it.
He loves it.
That's it for the old diary display. So we got some news you want to talk about. A couple big trailers to get stuck into. So we got a new Infinity War trailer a few days back. Jaren's the expert in this field. I only watched it once, but I really quite liked it. Some good jokes, and it looks intense. Like, they showed a few characters being in big sort of predicaments. I don't know if any of these predicaments they've shown are going to be the moment the characters die, but I think
doubt it, but
they wouldn't show that. But it's good to see that Thanos is going to be a bit dangerous, and we're actually going to get a lot of backstory on him. So, compelling villain alert.
Apparently the main character of this movie is Thanos, which I'm really excited for, because the more screen time your villain gets, obviously, the more fleshed out they are and cool they become. But This trailer's been talked to death, so we're not going to.
You just
about
talk.
it for
I just need to
ages.
go get some fucking water.
All right, so this trailer's been fucking talked to
I've got
death.
some right here. Right on.
Oh, he doesn't even have to leave.
I've
Hold
got
on.
a warm
So we're not
bottle
gonna
in my bedroom.
go on
Let's
about it.
go.
I've just got a few points I want to bring up. Like Jacob said, a lot of characters seem to be in predicaments. We got Doctor Strange with some ice in his head. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Ebony Moore. He's a magician for the Black Order. We get a shot of all 4 of the Black Order. I don't know all 4 of their names yet, but
Couldn't tell you.
they look really cool. Cornelius
like
Grave
shit.
is one, I think. It's probably not Cornelius, it's something else, but whatever. They look freaking cool. Thanos, we get him in his armor. We get a bit of a backstory shot with little baby Gamora grabbing his hand, all Logan style. We get Captain America and his sexy beard catching a palm from Thanos, and that's my favorite shot in the trailer. The first time I saw that, I was like fist pumping in the air. I was like SpongeBob when he thinks he won Employee of the Month. Yeah. Oh, I could do. Yeah, that bit. And there's been a thing made up about it. It's like Captain America from his first movie. He's like, I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from. And then it's him catching Thanos' fist, and I was like goosebumps, man. Like, I love these characters, and that's what I love about. That's why I'm so excited about this film. That's why everyone is, because we've seen this been built up for 10 years now. We've seen Thanos been built up for 6 years, and it's just everything's coming to a climax, and I'm so fucking excited to see where it all goes. Thor is back. We've had some rumors going around lately that apparently the Russos changing Thor's character from after he'd been reinvented in Ragnarok. And I just read up an article from Empire that came out yesterday that says Chris Hemsworth's confirmed that's not true. That was his worry, that they would change his character, but they brought Taika Waititi and a lot of people in to try and balance out their directions.
Isn't Waititi kind of a part of their brain trust now?
Oh yeah. They brought in Peyton Reed, Waititi, James Gunn,
That's awesome.
and Derek.
Did you hear about that
Johnson,
new movie
that other one.
Waititi's doing?
Scott Derrickson.
Where he's playing an imaginary Hitler?
Hitler, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Masterpiece alert.
Yeah, it was picked up by Fox Searchlight, so
Fuck.
that's cool.
Hell
as.
yeah.
Also we've got
Best
so
picture when it
Infinity
coming
War,
out.
my most anticipated movie of the year, and the trailer looks fucking awesome. I can't wait. I love that we're getting more of the Warriors from Black Panther as well. They're fucking awesome.
Warriors come out to play.
You haven't even fucking seen the Warriors, you piece of shit.
I know, I just like
alright,
that quote.
Let's go. We're going to go on to Jacob. Deadpool 2, your most anticipated superhero movie of the year.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
I don't get how, but it is. And
It just looks like so much fun.
Ryan Reynolds has been confirmed to be getting a co-writer credit with Reese and Paul Wernick, which is awesome. And the new trailer came out 2 days ago, and it is fucking cool.
I just watched it before we hit record, and I am so on board. That trailer was hilarious.
I was rounding up all the gluten in the world and putting it in a rocket and sending it to space so it can't hurt us anymore.
From the producers of 27 Dresses and some other movie I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Fuck,
fucking
no,
awesome.
that looks really like we're going to be called the X-Force. Isn't that a little derivative? Yes. Or the start where he just fucking jumps through the window of the cab.
Yeah, he's like, start the fucking car! And he just head dives through the window.
And that's why the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants is pornography.
Pure pornography, which is awesome because the leader of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is Blake Lively, his wife. So, little jab there. But
no, I'm
so
totally
excited.
sold. I'm keen to see Julian Dennis in this. I literally just learned that fucking Terry's going to be in it.
Terry Crews.
And that
Terry
just
Crews
made me
is-
smile.
Oh yeah, he is Hollywood's gentle
legend.
giant.
Like,
Him and
he
John
needs
Cena.
to be in every movie. Him and John Cena need to be in every movie.
Oh, they need to.
I
They
love
need to star
John
as
Cena
brothers.
so much, man. He's one of my
Oh,
favorite
God.
fucking people.
He's
have
one
you
of my-
seen?
Oh, God,
have you
yeah.
seen him? One of the few good things Jimmy Fallon's done. Him on Jimmy Fallon's Mad Lib Theatre.
No.
Oh, dude, I'm sending you the link after this show. It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
John Cena is one of the funniest comedic character actors.
They're
working
doing
today.
Mad
He's
Libs,
so
and
fucking
John
funny.
Cena has to give like a bunch of answers of random words, and just some of the answers he gives, like he has to name an inanimate object, and he's like protractor, like just fucking. He just says the most random shit.
Yeah, he's so. I watched his. The one where they do Vanity Fair, do the thing where you have to finish your own.
Yeah.
You have to finish your thing, and I was watching a round table with the I think it was on Screen Junkies with the blockers, and they're like, if you could have any movie mum from any movie, who would you pick? And like someone's like, Leslie Mann's like the mum from this movie, and then he's like Ike's like this movie, and John Cena's like I wouldn't pick any. He's like Mary Cena as a saint, and they're like, what? So you wouldn't? They're like Ike's like, oh, so you wouldn't book any movie character? He's like, fuck you, Ike. Mary Cena as a saint. He's a fucking beast.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
She was pole dancing into the mainstream.
What movie mother would you pick?
Oh, what movie mother would I pick? Shit.
I'm gonna go with Easy A.
Easy A. Oh, nice. Same
you have
time.
to.
Yeah, I'd probably do Easy A. Mother.
Best
She's
movie
just the
parents
best.
ever.
But you need to have both of them too. You need to have Stanley Tucci as your dad.
Recent movie. I love the parents in Love, Simon too.
Oh yeah,
they were lads.
Do you have an olive here? There's a whole jar of them in the fridge. Yeah, the movie. They're so good too. Like the parents or the parent in Edge of 17 is so good as well.
Yes,
like, these movies have such good moms. Same as the fucking Spectacular Now. And the dad isn't a good dude, but he's a great character.
I don't even remember the parents in that. I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh well, the mum is a nurse.
The dad was like estranged, and
the dad is Casey Affleck's brother in fucking Manchester by the Sea. What's his name? I love him. Yeah, that's his dad. He's awesome.
A gun.
He's so good in it. Like he's a bad dude, but a great character. And his mum's the nurse.
That
is
was
always
Cole
working.
Chandler, was it?
Oh. Yeah, man. You should watch it
I haven't
again.
seen
it's
that
so
in
fucking
years.
good.
No, I love it. And
it's one of my favorite coming of age movies ever, man. I fucking love it so much. Yeah, it's really personal to me, but yeah, I fucking love it. Anyway, yeah, so Deadpool 2 looks awesome. We got one more bit of news. We're just using this to laugh at all the people who are crying about The Last Jedi backlash, because Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy continues full steam ahead into production despite The Last Jedi backlash, and I'm so keen. Yeah,
I just bought The Last Jedi Steelbook today. Unashamedly, really, really like that movie. Sure, it's got some issues. It's not perfect. I don't quite like it as much as Force Awakens or Rogue One, but it's really damn good. Like, it does it makes some bold choices. It's visually amazing, and it turns Kylo into a fantastic fucking character.
I honestly think Adam Driver gives the best performance in a Star Wars movie in The Last Jedi.
Agreed.
I think
He's
better
so
than
damn good.
any original trilogy, any prequel trilogy. I think Adam Driver in The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars performance ever. He's fucking amazing in that movie.
Yeah, so yeah, I love The Last Jedi, and people were protesting, like, don't give Ryan a trilogy, man. So that I say, suck my dick, you autistic people.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
It's a fucking movie, get over it.
Yeah, fucking seriously. Oh, well.
And wait, the same people who trashed J.J. Abrams for Force Awakens are now like, oh, I'm so glad he's coming back and we're not getting Rian Johnson.
Yeah,
now.
right? Yeah, I don't understand that. Like,
I'm happy with either of the cunts.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Alright, so that'll do. If you are still crying about The Last Jedi, you're a baby. Should we move on? What's next?
Yeah, I think next we'll go. We've got a new segment called Message Corner. We started it last week by saying we're going to be putting a post out on Twitter.
I have not thought about my answer for this,
and we're going to have people replying to us. So we've got a couple tweets from a couple of regular viewers. If you want to do this, we'll be doing this again next week. So after the podcast, I'll be putting out a tweet.
Jaron will put out a tweet. And yeah, with just if you have any questions for us, anything. If you want to ask us what we fucking ate for lunch that day, then you can ask that.
Anything at all, movie related or not. We've got a couple of replies this week from Manny Maligan.
If you ask for the size of our penises in down to the millimeter, we'll give you that.
Oh yeah, I will. I mean, prepared for the single digits, but I'll give it to you. And Jasper Stringer, who is a long-time viewer, and he's a fucking lad. He's always commenting on our shit. He's a good bloke. Yeah, alright. So, first of all, on our message corner, we've got a message from Manny saying, Dear children of film, do you consider it fish rape in The Shape of Water? This isn't a question from me. I love this movie, so I have no problems with it. But yeah, do we consider it fish rape in The Shape of Water? I no, not at all. The fish wants it more than she does. I think he's like kind of feeling her up and grabbing her breast.
The fish is trying to unbutton her shirt. Like fucking the fish is down.
Oh yeah,
the fish is a dirty dog.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can't say I blame him.
He was well, maybe a bit, but he was he was hounding that shit. No,
it's not fish rape.
No, I mean, I think it's kind of funny.
The closest thing to rape in that movie is Michael Shannon going to town on his wife.
Oh yeah, I honestly really would like to have a conversation with someone who genuinely believes that it's rape, because I think that would be a really
I'd like
funny.
to meet someone that stupid.
Yeah, I think it would be genuinely funny.
Now you can give your answer for the second question, because I still don't have one, and I'm just fucking thinking. I'm looking at my
shit. Neither do I. All right. This is from Jasper Stringer. You've been given the opportunity to direct a remake of one of your favourite movies, but with one stipulation: all main cast members must be someone from the opposite sex relative to the original. What movie would you remake, and what people would you cast in the role? I just want to preface this by saying I'm not 100% down for movies getting a sex swap remake just for the money. There are, Ghostbusters didn't do it very well. I mean, nothing's really done it that well yet. We'll see how the Ocean's.
If you're gonna do it, like, make it. I mean, I'm saying it can work.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely, and it's fun. It's really fun.
I'm sure, dude. I am sure an all-female Ghostbusters could have worked. They just didn't do it very well.
Yeah,
it just wasn't funny. I'm interested to see how Ocean's 8 goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's got some good cast members.
All right, I'm gonna start this.
Did you ask the question yet?
Yes, I did.
Or did you just talk about?
No, I asked it.
Listening. Yeah,
cheers,
right. So yeah, pick a movie, direct a remake of one of your favorite movies. So I'm sticking to me top 50 of all time.
How about I pick the movie that I'll make, and then we can both kind of cast it together, and then you pick yours.
I reckon I might have one. I don't know.
All right, I've got one here.
Or what if we're just switching the actors from the movie into the other roles? That could be interesting.
Ooh. Yeah. I can't really do that with mine because I don't have a lot of females in the role. I think my movie has one female in it.
Yeah. All right, what are you going with?
I am going with Fight Club.
Right.
And Brad Pitt in Fight Club is the ultimate dude. He is he fucks like you want to fuck. He talks like you want to talk.
I've been fucked like that since grade school.
Hey, he is the ultimate kind of dude. So for Brad Pitt's role, I had a long, hard think of it, and I am going with someone who is on top of the world right now, who has that charisma, who is one of the sexiest people alive. And I'm kind of leaning towards Alicia Vikander at the moment to play Tyler Durden. And the narrator, maybe someone like Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think Anna Kendrick. But the real challenge is, Jacob, who would you get to play Meatloaf for Robert Paulson?
All right, as a woman. So do they still have big titties as a woman, or is it like now? All right, me.
No, shit! All right. Who's gonna play Bob Paulson?
Someone who is gonna be. We're gonna be sad when they die, and we can.
Melissa McCarthy, maybe.
So we're just thinking fat people, are we?
Well, yeah. I mean, who else are you gonna? You're gonna cast a skinny person and put him in a fat suit?
I don't know. Fucking esteemed character actress Margot Martindale.
Yep. All right, that's it. Margot Martindale for Bob Paulson. You're damn right.
Yep. And wait, so who's Tyler Durden?
Tyler Durden is, unless we can think of someone else, is Alicia Vikander.
And the narrator is...
actually, I would...
who's someone very strong-willed and cool?
I was thinking maybe even Natalie Portman, because she's got the comedic chops too.
I like that, yeah.
All right, Natalie Portman, and she is...
Closest we'll ever get to a movie adaptation of Natalie's rap.
Yeah, all right, Natalie Portman is Tyler Durden.
And the narrator, you said Anna Kendrick.
And the narrator...
Yeah,
no, I think
someone sort of neurotic. Maybe,
yeah, I feel like...
I'll
put Alicia Vikander in the narrator's role.
Oh, you reckon?
I will put...
I don't know about that.
I'll put... You don't know? I reckon I'm down for Natalie Portman as Tyler Durden. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. No, I'll allow that.
What about
but yeah.
Angel Face?
Which is that Jared Leto?
Yeah, the most beautiful
Ooh.
person in the world, Angel Face. I want to destroy something beautiful.
I don't know.
Also, I really want to see Alicia
Fucking-
Vikander just fucking beat someone up to a fucking pulp.
You watched Tomb Raider.
Yeah, well, I want to see it again, but this time in a good movie.
Yeah. Fucking. Angel Face. Fuck, I don't know. You're going too deep now. I can't even remember what the guy looks like. I'm googling Angel Face. Fuck. I know
Really?
what Jared Leto
He's
looks
got
like.
blonde,
But
spiky
no,
hair
I
and
need a
he's pretty.
picture of him. I need a picture of him to really visualize it. I've seen Fight Club like 15 times. I know who Angel Face is.
All right, Rosamund Pike
God.
for Angel
Rosamund
Face.
Pike, or like maybe like Elizabeth Debicki or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
all right. And the last one, we have to cast a dude as Marla Singer.
Oh,
and
all right.
It'd be funny if we chucked Brad Pitt in Marla Singer, but I think that he's kind of all right. We have to go.
Johnny
I'm gonna
Depp.
go Jake Gyllenhaal. Johnny Depp.
'Cause-
I don't want to see Johnny Depp in another movie. To be honest,
I want to see him get fucked. No,
I'm
I
not
don't like
doing
Johnny
that
Depp. I
because
was
I
just
don't
making
like
the
him
Tim
as a
Burton sort of
person.
reference.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal as Marla Singer.
Jake Gyllenhaal. All right, I'll allow it. All right, is that Fight Club done?
Yep, Fight Club. All right, who are you going?
Okay. Fuck. I'm still kind of thinking. All right, let's go. Let's go with Children of Men because it would make no fucking sense.
Oh my!
No. All right, my Children of
Children
Men
of
remake
Men
is
All right.
about the first male to ever get pregnant, and that man is going to
jeez.
be played by Michael Cera.
Isn't the main character? Isn't it supposed to be the same movie just with swaps? Like, aren't you supposed to do the woman?
What?
is
No.
main
The
character?
movie's about a person who gets pregnant, and so the pregnant character
So
is a
you're
girl.
Clara
So it's going to be
Hope
swapped with a
She's-
man,
All right.
and a man played by Michael Cera is going to get pregnant, and it's
Fuck
about
yeah.
a woman who has to escort him across the country.
Right, who
to
plays Theo.
safety. That's what we have to think of.
Shit.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Natalie Portman again.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
No,
Christ.
that's tricky.
Kate Blanchett.
I don't mind
Or
that.
we thinking because
Kate
she's kind of seasoned.
Blanchett or-
Because Theo's kind of old. He's not really that young.
Oh, Charlie Hunnam's in that movie, isn't he? Right
He
on,
is.
legend.
Patrick.
Yeah, we get Kate Blanchett. We could get I don't know, like a I don't know, like a Sandra Bullock type. Like,
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
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 All right, who else we got? Any Michael Caine? Who's an old bird we can get to play Michael Caine?
Oh god, that's
Sort of stoner, fucking chilling there. Who's even that old?
I reckon we get the most esteemed actress of all time to play the completely fucking coked out, doped out, fucking Michael Caine character, and I'm proposing we get Meryl Streep to come in,
Streep, right?
yeah,
on. Yeah,
and
I'll allow
play Weed Boy.
it. Yeah, nah, there's not really too many other characters of note in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't really think of a good one, so I just picked one that wouldn't make
Hey,
sense.
I don't mind it. Why not? Children of Women.
some pregnant Michael Cera being escorted across the country by Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
Man,
I hope
I'd
that
pay to
answered
see
your
that.
question, Jasper.
Thanks, Jasper. Jasper is also Michael Caine's name in the movie Children of Men, so
Full circle.
it's come around. We've done it.
Yeah. So again, if you, Jaron will put up a tweet. If you got any questions or scenarios you want us to discuss, send it through. That was fun, actually.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
It's not fish rape, Manny. Get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, fuck's sake, Manny.
Nah,
He
he said the
prefaced
question
it
isn't
by
from
not
him. He
me,
loves this
but-
movie, so he has no problems.
Yeah, all right.
So I don't know why I even asked it. Like, who in their right mind would think it's fish rape?
Yeah, it's a bit dumb.
Thanks for your
Alright.
question, Manny. You're a lad. Yes.
Yeah.
What now?
Now it's just to top 5 movies of 2017.
So yeah, we're going to do an episode on our favourite movies of last year because we never really got to, despite the fact that we both have our individual lists. Mine's not on this channel, but Jaren's is. And we have the awards. But just to really put it to bed and go a little bit in depth on some of our favourites and to sort of pull it together for our definitive sort of top 5, we're going to quickly count down our list. So I reckon we'll both count down our top 10s, but we'll go briefly until we get towards like the top 5 and shit like that. So I guess I'll get started and I'll count down like my 10 through 6 or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And while you do that, I'm going to go get another beer because I finished this one.
All right, Jaren's heard me talk about these movies enough time. Man, he's not sounding drunk enough. It's this point. No, well, you talk to the guy when he's drunk and he sounds fine. But if you've ever had like a message conversation with him, then it's just fucking.
Oh, well, that's after a few more. And usually they're all really quiet. True. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, he's still here. All right. My number 10 of the year was Wind River. Really freaking love that movie. Shame it kind of got buried because of the whole Weinstein thing, but Taylor Sheridan got the dude's name erased from it, so good on him. Love the movie. Very intense, very pulpy, but it doesn't leave you... It's kind of a revenge thriller, but it doesn't leave you thinking, yeah, get the motherfuckers. It leaves you thinking, man... The world's a pretty fucking sad place. There's a lot of injustice, and it would be better if we all just kind of love each other. The end shot with him just sort of sitting with Gil Birmingham is very beautiful. And Jeremy Renner is great. My number 9 was Get Out. Only got a couple children's film nominations, screenplay and picture, but really love Get Out. I've seen it like 6 times. First time I saw it was one of the most fun theatrical experiences I've ever had. Like super smart. It's such a smart fucking social satire, but it never forgets to be a horror movie and it never forgets to be entertaining. Love Get Out. Yeah. Good spot, man. Logan is my number 8. Love we've talked about Logan so many freaking times. It's probably my favorite superhero movie ever. It's just amazing on every goddamn level.
Second to only.
I cannot not cry at the end.
Blade 3.
Cannot not cry. Blade 3, nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's tough competition there. My number 7 is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Woo.
Dude, I saw the steel cover of this today for $20, which must mean no one's fucking buying it. Flopped, which is just a real goddamn shame. And to top it all off, it lost at the Oscars. This movie is just fucking tragedy. Bullshit.
It is.
Because it's so damn good.
It went under the radar.
Nobody acknowledges it.
In the fucking masterpiece.
God damn it. Andy Serkis is incredible. It's so emotional. It's such a fitting conclusion to the trilogy. Matt Reeves got to do his thing and he nailed it. Thank you, Matt Reeves. You're a lad. And my number 6 is, technically by our rules, it should have been counted as this year, but we just kind of let it slide because we both saw it back in December and we just really wanted to acknowledge it because it's fucking Paddington 2.
It was nominated for awards last year, though.
Yeah, BAFTAs and shit. Hugh Grant, BAFTA-nominated performance, hell yeah. Did quite well at the Children of Film Awards. Won, I believe, nominated for a fair few, because it's just that bloody good. I've seen it 5 times now. I've been showing it to everyone I know, because I think it genuinely could melt the coldest of hearts and make people into better people. And it's just Paddington 2, fucking family masterpiece, and love it.
Yes. Oh, is my turn?
Yeah, just go your 10 through 6, my bro.
Alright, my number 10 is The Disaster Artist. Comes out on Blu-ray soon. I'm pretty keen for it. This, I believe, won Best Picture Comedy at the Children of Film Awards, which is pretty dope. And it's about The Room and Tommy Wiseau, and James Franco's awesome, and he directs it, and it's so funny. It has a lot of heart, and it's really interesting, and it makes a great double feature with The Room too. I fucking love The Disaster Artist. My number 9 is a movie that came out of nowhere, and I thought it was going to be shit, quite honestly, and this is It. Is
wow,
on my
it's
list.
that high.
Yeah, man, number
nice.
9.
I love It.
I've seen 180 movies, and this is my number 9 because it doesn't just have great heart and great characters, and it's not just a fantastic horror movie. This is a coming of age movie, man. This movie is fun, and it shouldn't be so fun. It's an adventure. It's Stand By Me, but with a killer clown, and with like tons of gore. And kids actually being kids, actually like swearing and talking and like a back and forth, and these characters are so fucking good. Every kid
Scene where
is
young fella
fleshed
gets
out.
his arm ripped off is fucking brutal.
In the opening scene is everything you need to know about this movie. It is the opening scene is fun, scary,
that
and
scene
glorious.
saying,
Fuck.
"Yeah, nah, we're not holding back."
This is saying this ain't your grandma's It film, son. This is not 1990s Tim Curry's It film, all right? He doesn't just reach in and look at the camera all scary like, and then nothing happens. He'll grab that fucking kid and he'll bite his fucking arm off. He doesn't care. Yeah, I genuinely cannot wait for the sequel. It's going to be one of my most anticipated movies of that year. And
Chastain is Beverly. Come on, let's do it.
Oh fuck yeah, confirmed.
She's in talks. It's not confirmed,
Well,
but it's probably gonna happen.
I'll say it right here, right now. Exclusive hot take. Chastain
Children of
confirmed
Film
for
have got
it
the
too.
scoop.
Yeah. Children of Film horoscope.
You can report on that. Collider News. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've done sources that are more unreliable than this, so I wouldn't be surprised. Next, I have The Big Sick. This is by Apatow Films. I love all their movies. He's a genius, and this is by Kumail Nanjiani, one of the most likable guys in the fucking world. And it's a true story where it's an autobiography where he plays himself, and you don't see that a lot these days. Shia LaBeouf isn't even doing that for his. He's getting someone else to play him, and he's playing his dad.
I'm so excited for that movie.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fucking
honestly,
awesome.
One, just oh my god, and two, and I fucking love Lucas Hedges. So I'm glad to see him getting so many big roles.
Kumail is he's such a good lead performance. You know, he is so funny. He's also so heartbreaking in a couple scenes, and he's genuinely emotional and really moving when spoilers, just skip ahead of like 30 seconds or whatever. When Emily wakes up out of her coma and she's like, yeah, and it's like 45 minutes later, and Kamal's been on this massive character arc, and he's adapted to her parents, and she goes, Kamal, that was like yesterday to me. I just woke it up. Nothing's changed. And he gets rejected, and it's heartbreaking. And then he comes back to her with this big gesture, and she says no again. Like, it's really upsetting. And that bit where her parents are like, no, we're putting her in a new hospital, and he pens his foot down, and he's like, you could kill her. She could die here. And, you know, and that
probably
also
the most heartbreaking moment in that movie is when that cunt won't give him 4 slices of cheese on a burger.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit. I can give you 4 burgers.
I'll just ring you up for 4 burgers. Like, okay, I'll take 4 burgers.
I'm sorry, man.
Would you like fries with that? Okay, I'll have 4 fries.
And then that 9/11 joke as well. Just so good. And then after that, I have
know what I love. A moment I love in a movie, a character explaining a joke is in like 3 Billboards when she's like he calls her a cunt and she's like, there'll be no more cunts in this house, and he's like, what, are you moving out? It was a gag. It was a gag.
Yeah.
I love
what, are you moving out? And then they just look at him. He's like, it's a gag. You never hear him say it's a gag because everyone's too busy laughing over it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it till like my 3rd viewing.
My number 7 is the most underrated movie of the year, and this is T2 Trainspotting.
Yep.
This went
number
completely
11
under the radar. Completely under the radar. I think it's borderline better than the first one. I think all the characters, everyone still has individual arcs. They're all more grown up.
Yeah, our friend who's Scottish did not like it. Fuck you, Ewan. You piece of shit.
Ewan is a cock. And not cock boy, gerb boy. Whatever. Sick Boy is so good, and
cock boy.
And Ewan Bremner is so good as the tall, lanky one, Spud.
Potato Boy.
Potato Boy. Big Potato Boy. And I love it. It's so good. And do I do my number 6?
Oh yeah.
And Baby Driver is my number 6.
Infant Motorist.
It's got Kevin Spacey saying, I was looking at the balls on that kid, which just makes my day every time I see it. It is so
They shouldn't make your day.
It's so
They
funny.
should do the opposite.
It's so well directed. It's so well acted. The villains are so good. Jamie Foxx is so good as a villain. And then in the last, John Hamm turns into a villain. He's so good. Isa Gonzalez is so good to look at. And Deborah is so good as well. I love her and Baby's interactions. Every time I watch it, I love it more, which is the opposite to you, I know. But
I like it a little less. It's still like
I rewatched it about a month ago, and that ending gets me every time. It's so like, I don't know. It's just so.
I think it's a weak Edgar Wright film, but a weak Edgar Wright film is still a borderline fucking masterpiece.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah. it's his worst film for me, and it's in my top 10 of this year, and it's a 4.5 out of 5. So what does that say about his filmography? I fucking love Baby Driver so much. All right, you're number 5.
All right, let's just go one by one here. Number 5 is one I'm really glad I get to talk about, 'cause we didn't nominate it for a ton of awards, just because it wasn't high enough for Jaron. But I want to. He still loved it, but I, Tonya.
What a movie!
Loved I, Tonya so much more than I was really expecting. And this movie is
my
just
number
like
20.
It's electric. It's a fucking adrenaline shot to my heart every single time. The first time I saw it, I was just so goddamn energized after walking around the streets. I was just like, oh my god, that was awesome, blah, 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 blah. Soundtrack is killer. I mean, sure, it's a Wolf of Wall Street knockoff, but like, fuck, it's you know, I wish more movies knocked off Wolf of Wall Street. It's awesome. I love the visuals. There's one like, there's one tracking shot where it's like of Sebastian Stan in different points in his house, and then it like zooms out onto the road, and then it like goes all the way down the road. Like that shot was freaking awesome. Margot Robbie's amazing. Alison Janney's amazing. But Sebastian Stan is one I want to call out as underrated. I put his hand up for a nomination. He didn't quite get there, but
he got cancelled out by Will Poulter in Detroit.
Yeah, they were both our number 3s. But no, I think Sebastian Stan is amazing in this. Easily his career best work. Like he's so damn good because like he's so charming, but he's such a fucking cunt.
Yeah, right. Every time he like smacks her head against a fridge, you're like, oh, I hate this dude, and then he'll smile and say something. You're like, he's a bit of a cheeky lad.
But like the way he keeps getting her to crawl back to him, it's like it's kind of sadistic, and just like, you know, just some of the looks in his eyes, like when he's like looking through her like half open door before he like tries to shoot her and stuff, he's like, and just the look in his eyes, like, come on Tanya, open up, give me, like, I got your bag or something. Like, I don't know, just the look in his eyes, man. He's a scary dude. Fucking mustache. Yeah. And that movie is so much fun. I've seen it 4 times. Love the soundtrack, and I love, despite whether or not it is factually correct, I think it is, you know, a good look at Tonya Harding and about how she was probably treated more harshly than she really deserved.
But that's the thing. It doesn't have to be factually correct because it's based on interviews. It's not based on the real
But the thing
story.
is, she didn't really do anything. Whether or not she knew, that doesn't fucking matter. She didn't really do anything, and there are people out there who believe she did. And yeah, her career was ruined, and she basically became a punchline, and she did not really deserve that. And the movie sort of, it starts out, it's like this cheeky sort of, comedy, and like they're all like, ooh, the incident and stuff like that, and they play it up like, oh yeah, it's a wacky movie. Tonya's a sort of anti-hero, like villain character, and then it sort of flips it on its head, and it's kind of subtly emotional, where she sort of flips it back on you, like, hey, no, that's not how it went down.
But
don't listen to everything
in real life, no one knows how it went down. And if she did know that this was going to happen, and if she did orchestrate it, which is what people think, then that's pretty fucked. But, you know, we'll never know.
But yeah, I think it just has a sort of subtle emotional undercurrent. But no, I love that movie. Jaron, what's your number 5?
Wind River is my number 5.
Nice.
And I love this film, and I did a...
It's alright, I already talked about it. If you can't think of anything,
you
don't have to go too hard.
I did a film watch on a video on our channel. You can check it out. I'll be doing another one soon, another movie nights, and it's fucking good. It's got some of the best shootouts I've seen in any modern movie. The shootout at the very end with Jeremy Renner picking people off with a sniper. Best flashback ever.
You think Bernthal's going to be the villain, and then it turns out he's a fucking sweetheart.
Yeah. Oh, the flashback's so good. And yeah, and then Jeremy Renner picking people off with a sniper is fucking phenomenal. It's when that dude's like looking through the window trying to find him, and then you hear a bang, and he just goes flying to the other side of the fucking caravan.
He's
Taylor
so
Sheridan
good
is a beast.
Really intense, pulpy thrills. That's the one reason I'm still kind of excited for the Sicario sequel. Everything about it is screaming bad, but it's written by him, so you never know.
Exactly, and Taylor Sheridan is...
the title change it's such a bad title.
Sicario 2, Day of the Soldado.
It's like Sicario, so it's called Hitman Day of the Soldier. Like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't even make fucking sense.
Hitman Day of the Soldier.
Retards. It's like, I guess idiots won't understand that it's a Sicario movie. So
Just Soldado is a lot better. Just Soldado. Because then it can be Hitman, Soldier, and then something else.
Yeah, you could do like another one if they ever do a third. Yeah, I don't know.
Sucks, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, the original title was Sicario 2 Soldado, so I mean, it's a step up from
Well,
that, I think.
originally it was Soldado, and they changed it to Sicario 2 when they brought the first trailer out, and now they're changing it again.
Yeah, fucking dumb.
Did Sicario make much money?
Yeah.
Like, you'd think it would have to have for them to have faith in doing a sequel, so why not have faith in people going to... I don't know. Anyway, this is not the time for that. Are you done? Or?
Yeah, you go. Sicario was made on a budget of $30 million, and just in the US, it made it made $85 million, and its budget was 30. So,
not bad. I'll allow it. Yeah, my number 4 is Dunkirk, movie I've seen 5 times. I just love it. I think it's actually Christopher Nolan's best work. Very close with Interstellar. I love Interstellar as well. So really, I think the man's just getting better and better as his career goes on, and I cannot wait to see where he goes from here. Dunkirk is just, for all complaints you might have about its character or its story, just in terms of pound for pound fucking thrills and just the technical mastery, it is flawless. Nolan set out exactly what he needed to do there. The 3-act structure is really intense, and it really pays off when they culminate in the end. And yeah, by not focusing on individual characters, you care more about everyone, and every death feels like a tragedy. I feel like I've said that many times about this movie, but I think it's something that really has kind of stuck with me. It's a really good look at PTSD with Cillian Murphy's character. And yeah, the whole stuff that goes down on the boat with Mark Rylance and stuff, very, very good. Perfect. I love Dunkirk. I've talked about it many times.
Yes,
Karen?
It's very good. My number 4 is the fish raping movie, and this is The Shape of Water. And The Shape of Water is beautiful, and it's fairy tale, and is by Guillermo del Toro, and he's just a beast, and it's so good, and the creature design is fantastic. The production design is fucking amazing.
Hang on.
What?
Wasn't Shape of Water your number 5?
Yes, it and Wind River switched when I rewatched it.
So technically, Children of Film Best Picture is a tie now.
Well, no, it's too late. Vote's already done. You can't
It's a tie
re-vote.
now.
No, you can't.
I'm just
re-vote.
saying, it's a
re-vote.
tie now between The Shape of Water and 3 Billboards.
All right, The
Just
Shape of
putting
Water
it out
is now
there.
my number 5.
Just putting it on the record. No,
Shape
you
of Water
can't
is
do
now my
that.
number
You've already
5.
said it.
Well, you can't
take it
change
back.
the fucking. You can't change the fucking thing. Stop having a whinge. And
I'm not having a whinge. I'm just going on the facts here. It's a tie now.
No. Someone in the Academy could change their mind, and that could change the whole Best Picture, but that doesn't mean Best Picture changes.
No, I don't agree.
All right, so Shape of Water is my number 5. I'm just going to switch that with Wind River,
bullshit.
and I'm going to say Shape of Water is...
See, now you're just tampering with the votes because you don't... And the reason you put it back to your number 5 is because you know I'm right and you don't want it to be a tie now.
No, I don't.
I bet it was always your 4 and you just made it 5 so 3 Billboards would win.
Wait, 3 Billboards isn't even my favourite movie of the year, you piece of shit.
But you like it more slightly.
Shape of Water is my number 6.
Hey,
and
these movies are all my top 5. I love them all. I
Yeah.
couldn't really care less what wins Best Picture. But going on the facts, if it's your number 4, it's a
all right,
tie
so
now.
anyway, number 7, Shape of Water. I really love it. It's so good. Fairy tale stuff, and it's just has sex with a fish, and Michael Shannon is very good, and it's a
Shannon.
It's a good film, and yes, number 3.
My number 3 is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. No, love it. There was actually a time where this was my number 1. Probably around early January. After like maybe the second or third time I watched it, I had this above Shape of Water and Call Me by Your Name. Oh, I just spoiled what my top 2 are. Oh well. It was my number 1 for a bit, and then I just sort of my opinions changed and kept. This was a really hard year for me to pick between. But I love 3 Billboards. I've seen it 5 times now. Love the Jason Dixon character. Love Mildred Hayes. Everyone in it is... There's no one in the movie who is not flawed, and it's about people coming to terms with these flaws and kind of maybe learning a bit of a lesson in the end, and that is the point of the movie. The point of the movie is not to redeem a racist or save racism. It is telling us that people can change, and that is the true way to progress. Not fighting hate with hate. If people changed, the world would be a better place.
Anger begets greater anger, Jacob.
Thank you, Penelope.
You're right, man.
I read it on a bookmark about Polo? Which
That
is
was
the
in
one
a
with the
book
one?
I was reading.
Actually, maybe she's the
Polo?
one character who is pure good.
Absolutely. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
My number 3 is about my best friend, Caesar. And this is War for the Planet of the Apes. And Caesar is the best movie character in modern culture, in my opinion. He has a 3-movie arc. He grows older. He learns things over the 3 movies. And it's just perfection. And I want to start crying right now just thinking about it. And I love him. And again, he's my best friend.
I'm so fucking mad that it flopped, man.
Yeah, it made a lot of money, but in
Such
terms of the other
injustice.
2, it really flopped. And it's so emotional. The whole arc, how it's a war, but it's a psychological war, and then you get a physical war at the end. And he's a really frightening villain. He killed his own family because they showed symptoms of being apes. And it's so cool how Matt Reeves turns the table on people, and you're like, man, I actually hope the apes win this war and the humans are wiped out, because we are shit. We're a bunch of shitheads. And
apes are nicer people than the people.
All right. Now,
but no, I just love that. So the end of Dawn, it's sort of just coming to the realization that we had a crack at peace, but these two groups just cannot fucking coexist. Caesar and Jason Clarke had a crack at peace, and it just did not work
because the humans are just too dickish.
So the human characters are so good in this. Like, you had a couple good blokes in the first 2, but then in this one, it's like there's not really many of those left. You got the girl,
so good. You got Nova.
Yeah,
she's so good. Yeah, but and I love their like ragtag group of apes that they go along on the story with. You got Rocket, you got Maurice, you got the big fella.
Buck.
Stinks. Nah, Buck died in the first one.
Oh, right, yeah.
Buck
big
died
fella
saving him from a helicopter.
Right,
this
on,
is a
yeah.
big fella. You got
The
Snow.
Buck was a unit.
That effect with Snowy, that the albino gorilla when he's got the blood all over him, is so cool. And it is absolutely
Snow,
this is an absolute highway robbery that this lost visual effects.
Don't get me wrong. I love Blade Runner 2049. It's me number 12, but come on.
My 15. But it should not have beat Apes for visual effects. Fucking bullshit. All right, your number 2.
My number 2 is Call Me By Your Name. Love it. You'll notice that I'm not going to have a sock, but I'll just say it. No, it was nominated for a bunch of awards and won none because Jaron didn't like it as much, which is totally cool. But I just want to say, Call Me By Your Name, I think, is a beautiful, beautiful, moving freaking movie. Glad I got to give Stuhlbarg a bit of recognition because his monologue in that movie, I could watch it on YouTube right now and I'd cry. Like, I cannot get through it without fucking tearing up. Timothy Chalamet is incredible. Probably my second favorite performance of the year. It's just beautiful. The visuals are incredible. Armie Hammer's great. They had to CGI his nuts when they fell out of his shorts, which is really cool. Call Me By Your Name. Beautiful, beautiful little movie. That is really great because it's just a straight up romance. It's not like, oh, look at how sad they are about being gay and they're ashamed and the world hates them. It's like, nah, it's more just about the general trappings of romance, and when you love someone and you don't know if they love you back, and the stress that you go through with that. And it's about this young dude's sort of first experience of love. And to Armie Hammer it might just be sort of a bit of a summer fling, but to Elio this is like everything. This is like his fucking awakening, really. And so that experience is going to stay with him for his whole life and really shape him as a person. And
we're getting a sequel, so we'll see.
I don't know if I love the idea of a sequel. I mean, I'm down, and I hope they nail it. But I think it ended really, really beautifully.
I mean, so did the other ones.
Yeah.
The before midnight. Their sequels.
This could work as a Before Midnight scenario.
Yeah,
although
that's what I was
I don't
thinking.
know if you could really continue the Elio Oliver relationship. I don't think that would work.
Maybe he meets another sexy American boy.
Played by Michael Cera.
Yes. So he meets Michael Cera.
Call Me By Your Name,
they
Love
bang.
Simon crossover, even though they're set about 30 years apart.
Yes. Alright. Call Me By Your
Yes.
Name, Brokeback Mountain crossover, where he meets
As
Jake
the-
Gyllenhaal.
they're still probably about 30 years apart.
Oh man, but Jake Gyllenhaal's dead, but also so is Heath Ledger, so you can't really do much with that. You can't.
One character's dead, one actor's
You
dead.
can't really do much with that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Have you done your number 2 yet?
No, my number 2 is the Children of Film Best Picture Award winner, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and it is perfection in my opinion. It's borderline my number 1. I just rewatched Logan and I like it just a tiny bit more, but I don't know, it's fucking close. 3 Billboards is I gave 3 5 out of 5s this year. War for the Planet of the Apes, 3 Billboards. And
I only
Logan, that's my
gave
number
10
1.
or 11 actually.
Nice.
Get on my level.
And 3 Billboards is yeah, it's fucking beautiful. The writing is perfection. It's so funny yet so haunting, so devastating. All the characters are so fucking great. The cinematography is amazing. All the performances. It's the best ensemble piece in my opinion of the year. Did it win Best Ensemble Cast? I think it did.
At the SAGs, yes it did.
At the Children of Films.
Shape of Water wasn't even nominated somehow.
At the Children of Films.
Oh, the Children of Film Awards, yeah, won that too.
Well, Shape was nominated at the Children of Films.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about the SAGs there.
Fuck the SAGs.
Yeah, true. I don't know how they didn't
The
nominate
SADs, am I right?
That and Billboards easily top 2.
Oh yeah, and yes, and Jason Dixon is good, and well, he's not good, but he's a bit of a.
I love the scene where he's reading the letter in the fucking station house.
And that
always like, wait, there's always awkward laughter from the crowd when he's like, Woody Harrelson's like, he'd never solved anything, and it's got Mildred throwing the Molotov, and then it cuts to him, cuts to Sam Rockwell just sitting there surrounded by fire, and he's like, but love, dude, you should try it.
it's
beautiful,
so fucking
beautiful
funny.
irony.
It is so funny and devastating at the same time, which is really hard to do, but he does it masterfully. He's a great director.
The way he does such a good job that you do. I mean, I'm not saying it redeems him, but you can't help but feel a bit of sympathy.
Oh, I felt
in that third act.
I loved him
because
the
the way
movie.
it's done.
I felt really bad for him, even though all the things he did.
I wouldn't say I loved him, but I can look at him and say this is a guy who is really seeing the error in his ways, and
he's trying as hard as he can to fix what he's done.
Yeah.
And another instance that I haven't talked about publicly about anger begets greater anger. Is how he's really mean to the blacks and whatnot, and then in the
blacks
in the
That's
bar,
a good way of saying it.
In the bar, and when he's getting beaten up, you see the black guys look at him and they're like, don't look at him. He's a disgusting pig. He's fucking up. And it's the same dude who saw him at the start and like spit on the ground and he's like, I know you are. Guy. He's like, don't look at him. He's a piece of shit. And then you see him getting beat up, and those guys come over and they're like, "Get off of him, man! Get off of him! Just leave him alone."
I think that's more because he's a cop, though.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
when he tells the guy to stop, he's like, "He's a cop, man."
Yeah, I think he's using it to stop. But you can see in his eyeyes that he kind of feels bad for him.
I think a better example is when Caleb Landry gives him the juice.
Yeah, but that's the obvious one, Jacob. I was trying to do something. You're just saying it because he's got. Oh wait, no, I thought. You said Jacob Landry Jones, but he doesn't have Jacob. You just whatever. It's obvious, all right. All right, you're number
Jacob
one.
Landry Jones, great actor, Children of Film MVP Award nominee. Yeah. Speaking of the Children of Film MVP Award nominee, my number 1 stars the Children of Film MVP Award, the Dewey Finn MVP Award winner, Sally Hawkins. That is The Shape of Water. That's my favorite movie of the year. Fun fact: the first time I watched this, I gave it a 9 out of 10, and it was my number 9 of the year. I don't know what the fuck I was... I think it subconsciously hurt me that they decapitate a cat in it, and I'm kind of an animal lover, and I was like, I don't like that. And I actually said to my friend after we finished the movie, I'm like, if they didn't decapitate the cat, it's probably my favorite of the year. And then I went back and rewatched... Yeah, I went back and rewatched it, and it didn't bother me at all that time. And I'm like, okay, it's my favorite of the year. Because, it works and it's important to the story and stuff like that.
Well, he's a wild animal.
Yeah, exactly. And I love this movie. It's so goddamn beautiful, Jaren. It's giving me hope that love is still real and there's someone out there for everyone. And it touches on touches on so many goddamn things. Just because it's not the most overtly political film of the year does not mean that it's not making a lot of political statements. It talks about sexism, ableism, fucking rape, but not in fish rape, more in that Shannon's tries to sort of crack onto her and he's a bit of a dirty dog and
Bestiality.
bestiality, yeah, but it works. That's the thing. If you're in the zone for this movie, it absolutely works. Her relationship with the fish man is just a really good sort of stand-in for, you know, being, you know, finding love, and it's about like desire and how, you know, what I like is that her character's not sort of like pure. She's sort of got this disability and she can't talk, and society kind of ignores her and stuff, but she still kind of tries to lead this full life. Like, we got the routine every morning, cooking eggs, making food for her neighbour, strumming herself in the bathtub. Yeah, but it's a very sort of character that's full of desire, and you know, and just the whole production design and costume design and shit is just brilliant. Everything looks real. The whole thing's on sets. They only made this for $19 million. Guillermo can get so much out of a goddamn budget. And also the costume design, much like in the first Paddington movie, Eliza gradually wears more red throughout the movie as she's fucking sort of as her romance is sort of blossoming. She's no longer hiding it. She starts wearing more red headbands, and she eventually buys the red heels that she's been eyeing off since the start of the movie. This is just a beautiful, beautiful freaking movie. I've gone to see it 7 times, and each time I just feel a little better about life, a little less alone, and it's just magical. And thank you, Guillermo del Toro, for telling me that love is real.
Yes.
Shape of Water. Can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Jaren?
Yes, I agree. It's a very good film, and I love it, and it's very good. Is it my turn?
The fact that it's not even Guillermo's best movie just shows that he's a boss.
Oh yeah, second best for me. Yes. All right, my number 1 is Logan. And Logan, I like my films a little more pessimistic. Logan makes me feel empty and cold. And very
but you
sad.
still leave with a sense of hope.
No, it leaves optimistic, but it makes me feel very sad.
These kids might have a chance at living in peace.
I cry at the end of both, but for very different reasons. But Logan's whole character arc about how he doesn't care about anything.
Two
and then
very, very beautiful symbols. The end show Shape of Water, just them floating there with the poem, and then the X. Oh, God. I'm like, the first time you watch it, it's just like, is that even legal? Like, can they even fucking do that? Who approved this? I'm like, it's brutal. I'm like,
fuck you, James Mangold. You can't fucking do this to me. Stop it. And he
call the cops.
He rips my heart out and he holds it in front of my face and he's like, you fucking want this? And then he kicks it into a bin and he's like, Kobe, and I'm like, no, and it's pretty, oh god. And
I'm
Logan's
quite good at being a bin.
His whole arc where he's just a sad boy and he doesn't care about anything and he wants to die. He's holding onto a bullet so that he can kill himself, and then he goes on this journey.
Lagging, so you're talking in slow motion right now.
Oh, it's not for me. All right, and then he has he does this thing and he meets Laura and he doesn't believe there are any X-Men left, and Laura's there and she kicks some ass, and then they go on a road trip, and then Patrick Stewart bites it and he's like, Sunseeker, and he doesn't get to go on his boat. And when Logan's holding him and he's carrying down the stairs and he's like, it wasn't me, Charles, it wasn't me, it's kind of heartbreaking because he doesn't want Charles's last memory to think that it was him killing him, and that's a really sad ending. And then, pardon me, sirs. And then Logan, he puts Laura in the truck and they drive and they go to the thing and then they run, and Logan realizes that he cares about something more than himself. Finally, he cares about family, something he's never cared about before, something he's never thought he could have. He finally has. He has a daughter. He has a dad-like figure in Charles, and he wants to die for something instead of for nothing. And what he wants to die for is his daughter. And he saves her. Well, she saves him first, but he saves her and all her friends by running back and killing everyone and getting them free. And then they run across the border to be safe. And when he holds her hand in his hand and he says, "Don't be what they made you," and then
I'm loving the play-by-play of the entire plot.
Oh yeah, and then he looks up and he goes, "So this is what this feels like." And then he closes his eyes. I'm like, no! And Oh, jeez, Rick. I don't know, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's kind of giving me some anxiety right now talking about it, because it's like PTSD. I feel like I went through a war.
I'm losing you a little bit. Your voice is going all wonky.
Why don't you fucking fight me? Tell your fucking
My
gay roommate to get
so
off fucking
shit.
live streams of fucking whatever the fuck.
Counter-Strike problem.
No one cares about Counter-Strike, you fat fuck. Get off.
I'm fatter than him, though.
Yeah, well, not in the mind.
What?
Not in the mind, Jacob. Not in the brain, not where it counts.
Okay.
Yeah, you fucking albino piece of shit. Alright. Alright, do you remember our top 5 that we collaborated on and created for our awards?
Nah, we're gonna make it a new one here, just with our list, where we're just gonna discuss it, not so analytically. We're gonna make a sort of definitive top 5. Well, we know that number 1 is now a tie.
No.
Yes.
No.
It is. You put Shape of Water at number 4.
Yeah.
Can't change after
Wait.
you've announced
No,
the
Shape of
thing.
Water's 7.
You can't. All right. Well, 3 Billboards is now my number 8. So,
Well, Shape of Water's at 10.
no. If we're allowed, all right, 3 Billboards. I didn't even watch it. Not my list. I have not seen that movie yet.
Shit, man.
Nah,
you should get on it. You'd like it.
I'm now reverting to Australian release dates. Ah, fuck that.
Ooh.
Move Shape of Water over as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
All right. To avoid this pissing match of us moving dates, it's a tie.
All right.
Congratulations, it's a tie.
All right, we'll
And
put both of them at number 1, and that means we can
that's
get 5 more movies in. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right,
Another one gets to be in there. So,
sweet.
all right. So we're there. Now my number 2 is not on your list. I want it in the 5 somewhere. I don't need it too high, but you should let me have it.
All right, I'll give it
But
to you
we'll
for
see.
5.
We'll see where this goes. We'll see where this
Maybe.
goes. We'll
Yeah.
keep going. Now, my next in line after the tie is Dunkirk, another one that you don't really have. So that, and then my next one is I, Tonya, another one that you don't really have. So that's where we run into problems. So, what's our next common ground? Is it Paddington 2? Where's that for you? Oh, it's
Paddington
not in your 10,
2
is
for
it?
me is 18.
Ah, fuck. Really? That's dirty.
Fuck you, you're dirty.
It's all right. War for Planet of the Apes. Then Logan. Logan's your number 1. My number
Logan.
8. Logan's
Yep.
number 2. All right, and then
Yep.
I'll say Apes goes next. Probably
Yeah.
that's your number 3. My number 7.
All right.
So that's our top 3. Then we need 2 more spots to fill.
Where do you have Wind River in your 10? No.
Yes, that's
you
my
do?
number 10. Where do you have Get Out?
14.
Yeah, and T2 Australian Swing is another close ones for us.
That's
But I
7.
say we go Wind River, and then considering I've got 3 movies in my top 5 that you don't have, you got to give me one of them at number 5.
Yeah, I'll give you.
All right. So
I'll
Wind
give
River's there, and then Call Me by Your Name.
Can I have Dunkirk instead? No, I'll give you Call Me by Your Name.
Or do you like I, Tonya more than them?
Oh yeah, I Tonya. But no, Call Me by Your Name's your number 2. It has to be in.
All right, right on. I appreciate it.
And then
That's the only reason it was nominated
Alright,
for Children Film Best
how-
Picture. It actually did not mathematically make it. I just said, look, it's my number 2. It needs to fucking be in there.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, all right. And
Would have been I,
Billboards and Shape-
Tonya if we went mathematically, I reckon.
Yeah, mathematically, 3 Billboards and Shape of Water take a win, unless you want to.
All right, so
yeah.
drum roll. Here's our top 5 official movies of the year. Number 5, Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
Number 4, Wind River. Number 3, War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 2, Logan. Number 1, The Shape of Water / 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Retroactively, joint best picture winners. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not. But it will be
but,
seen.
you know,
as history goes down, it will be seen as the solo best picture winner.
But I think we can both agree that it's that close a list that they're both fucking masterpieces, both equally fucking deserving winners. And but I am really glad what a won best picture. Love is real. You heard it here first on the Children of Film podcast.
Love is real
because we love each other. Jaron loves Simon.
Maybe a little
inspired
bit
me.
too much.
I'm gay.
Oh,
I am blue.
You're blue.
Yep, I'm blue.
Well, Jacob,
are you Jacques?
Black boys do go blue in the moonlight. I am Jacques.
You're not black though.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty fucking dark. I mean, you know, I get
You
my
are
tan
fairly tan.
on. Yeah, if I get my tan on.
No, but I'm blue, so you're calling
what?
me? What?
Yes.
No, are you Jacques or are you not Jacques?
I am Jacques. Yes.
All right, good.
Because
good.
Jacques is Simon in French.
Was Daniel Radcliffe your sexual awakening?
No. My sexual awakening was Zac Efron in High School Musical 2.
Yeah, of course, that actually makes sense. Yes. All right, so that's it for top 5. We can put 2017 in the can. It was such a fucking great year.
Oh yeah.
So is there anything else we have to do for this podcast? I think we're just about done. Did we learn anything?
We did learn some things.
We learned
Toby
that
Green is a rat cunt.
I fucking that was what I was reaching for. Good. I'm glad you fucking brought that back.
I also want to just shout out that Jason David Frank from Power Rangers, a Turbo movie, was also one of my sexual awakenings. So I'll just put that
Who
out
the
there.
fuck is that?
Jason David Frank. He's Tommy the Green Ranger. He's Red Ranger. Sorry, Red in Turbo. He's Tommy. He's a big unit. He's a UFC fighter.
Right.
He's a legend.
I'm trying to think back at movies I loved as a teenager. Maybe I'll go with Chris Evans in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, dude. Chris Evans, yes. Absolutely.
Sometimes I let him do the wide shots when I feel like getting blazed back in my Winnie.
Back in the Winnie.
We learned that Children of Film Best Picture is now a tie. That's canon.
No. Throws him 700 feet into a building. So how's life? I like him. He seems nice.
I love that movie so much.
We learned that even though
13-year-old me was all about fucking Ramona Flowers.
Oh yeah. We learned Paddington is cut.
He is cut, and Jaron may not think so, but Sally is also cut.
Yeah. No. All right, Sally is canon cut, but Three Billboards is canon solo Best Picture Children of Film winner 2017. Sorry, big fella.
I don't know which of those two things I want more.
Also, we learnt Jason David Frank, who plays Tommy Oliver, is
well, we just learned that
sex
one.
god.
Like you already said that
He's
in
a
this
sex
fucking segment.
God. Jason David Frank as Tommy Oliver is a sex god. Well, I don't know. Whenever I get drunk, I just start thinking about Tommy Oliver.
Last thing. We learned that the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
we did, yeah. It is. Yeah. Not sure what it is, but I agree.
Yes.
All right. What a show. Thanks, guys, for listening. Again, go on to Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Follow the link on our profile and go reply to our thing.
Did you end up posting a poll about what would be worse, to have in the shower with you, your buddy or your dad? No. I know we got a couple bits of feedback from people. I think someone said that the dad would be worse.
It would.
Do you concur?
Right?
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there. Like, me and Jaren have taken many showers together and it never got weird. So.
Yeah. I mean, things have happened, but we've never thought it was weird. Like, everything was fine afterwards. But every time I shower with my dad, it's kind of weird. And comparing the two, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that again, Dad.
He still makes you do that?
Yeah, man. Well, sometimes like there's only enough hot water for like 3 minutes, so I'm like, Dad, jump in, and we just kind of, and it's easier to wash your back if you have someone to do it for you.
Mine stopped when I was like 6, because he said that's the age when they start really remembering stuff.
Yeah, nah. I showered with my dad the other night because there's only so much hot water, and if someone soaps down your back, it's just so much easier.
In this economy, you can't be too careful.
And then I soap his back, and it's it's nice. It's quite relaxing. Sometimes we just sit there and spoon for a little while. just to soak up.
You have just
remaining
listened to the
hot
Children
water.
of Film podcast. I love film.
It's worse than
Jaren
a
loves
buddy.
children.
I prefer to shower with Jacob.
Have a great night.
See you, lads.
You've just listened to the Children of Film podcast.
Man, it sucks to be you.